Join us today as we travel the historic Natchez Trace Parkway through Tennessee. This historic parkway goes through Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi and follows the historic Natchez Trail. We are on the Natchez Trace Parkway, and Action Tour Guide told us to stop off in this little pull-in so we could get a view of this arched bridge. And I have to say, it is pretty darn cool. This road is so pretty. The speed limit is 40, so you can take your time and just enjoy the nature that you're driving through. So much better than the freeway. Our Action Tour Guide then took us to the other side of the bridge so we could have another view. Okay, so now we are below the bridge. This is a much better view. It's very, very scenic. And we are about to keep following our Action Tour Guide of the Natchez Trace Parkway as we head to Savannah. As we drove along the parkway, we pulled into many pull-offs, one of which was the War of 1812 marker, commemorating all the soldiers, volunteers, and others who covered or transported across the trace during that time period. And the views were just absolutely stunning. I mean, this is basically unspoiled territory out here. There's developments on the roads on either side, but the parkway itself goes through the middle and is relatively untouched. It really blew my mind away how pretty this drive is. Well, this is supposed to be Jackson Falls, but as you can see, the dry season has left little more than a trickle coming down over, but I'm still really glad we walked down. It's a beautiful path. Definitely worth the trip if you're on the Tennessee portion of the Natchez Trace Parkway. I have to admit to being a bit disappointed that the Jackson Falls was really just a trickle, but I have to say as I said, the trail leading down to the fall area is stunningly gorgeous. It was such a beautiful hike. There were other people out, and we did warn them as they were going down that they were about to walk into a trickle rather than a waterfall. But as we kept on driving, we stopped in the pull-offs. We found this little trail back to an abandoned phosphate mine, which was pretty neat to see, the little cave and everything. And these little pull-offs are all along the entire 444-mile parkway. So you have lots of opportunities to see different things, like Grinder's Stand, which is where Meriwether Lewis was killed and where his gravesite is, which you're looking at right now. This pull-off for the metal ford was named because when needing to cross rivers, they looked for areas with stone bottoms, which reminded them of the roads in cities, which were called metal roads because they were flat and easy to traverse. We next came upon a picnic area, and this picnic area was so pretty. I wished we had, a snack. I mean, we had stuff in the truck, but it would have been nice to just hang out down here next to the stream, near the rocks. It was just stunning. It was getting late in the day at this point, and the camper was calling us to get to our next destination. I hope you enjoyed spending a few hours along the Natchez Trace Parkway with me. I will see you next time as I live my life in a Lance.